welcome to Sanjay's Activity Academy. Before we get into the video, kind request is please subscribe this channel, like my video. If you have any comments, share it in the comment box and share this video to your friends and relatives. Come friends, we can go to the video. Today we are going to see Geography Chapter 2, Physical Features of India. Now we are going to see part 1. In part 1, we are going to see about introduction, major physiographic divisions. In this chapter, the contents are introduction, major physiographic divisions, and do you know? In this video, we are going to see introduction. In major physiographic divisions, we are going to see about the Himalayan Mountains, the northern plains. First, we are going to see introduction. India is a vast country with varied landforms. In hilly regions, the rugged terrain with mountains and valleys are common features. In fact, our country has practically all major physical features of the earth, that is, mountains, plains, deserts, plateaus, and islands. The land of India displays great physical variation. Geologically, the Peninsula Plateau constitutes one of the ancient landmasses on the Earth's surface. It was supposed to be one of the most stable land blocks. The Himalayas and the northern plains are the most recent landforms. The Himalayan Mountains form an unstable zone. The whole mountain system of Himalaya represents a very youthful topography with high peaks, deep valleys, and fast flowing rivers. The northern plains are formed of alluvial deposits. The Peninsula Plateau is composed of igneous rocks and metamorphic rocks with gently rising hills and wide valleys. Now we are going to see about the major physiographic divisions. The physical features of India can be grouped under the following physiographic divisions, which are the Himalayan Mountains, the Northern Plains, the Peninsula Plateau, the Indian Desert, the Coastal Plains, and the Islands. This is the picture of major physiographic divisions. Number 1 represents Northern Mountains, which is Himalayan Mountains. Number 2 represents Northern Plains. Number 3 represents Thar Desert, which is the Indian Desert. Number 4 represents Peninsula Plateau region, which is the Peninsula Plateau. Number 5 represents Coastal Plains. And number 6 represents the islands. First, we are going to see the Himalayan Mountains. The Himalayas, geologically young and structurally fold mountains, stretch over the northern borders of India. These mountain ranges run in a west-east direction from the Indus to Brahmaputra. The Himalayas represent the loftiest and one of the most rugged mountain barriers of the world. They form an arc which covers a distance of about 2,400 km. Their width varies from 400 km in Kashmir and 150 km in Arunachal Pradesh. The altitudinal variations are greater in eastern half than those in the western half. The Himalayan mountain consists of 3 parallel ranges in its longitudinal extent. A number of valleys lie between these ranges. The northernmost range is known as the Great or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri. It is the most continuous range consisting of the loftiest peaks with an average height of 6,000 meters. The folds of Greater Himalayas are asymmetrical in nature. This is the picture of the Himalayan Mountains. This range consists of the famous valley of Kashmir, the Kangra and Kullu Valley in Himachal Pradesh. This region is well known for its hill station. The outermost range of the Himalayas is called the Shivaliks. They extend over a width of 10 to 50 km and have an altitude varying between 900 and 1100 meters. These ranges are composed of unconsolidated sediments brought down by rivers from the main Himalayan ranges located farther north. These valleys are covered with thick gravel and alluvium. The core of this part of Himalayas is composed of granite. It is perennially snowbound and a number of glaciers descend from this range. The range lying to the south of the Himadri forms the most rugged mountain system and is known as Himachal or Lesser Himalaya. The ranges are mainly composed of highly compressed and altered rocks. The altitude varies between 3,700 and 4,500 meters, and the average width is of 50 km. The Pirpanjal range forms the longest and the most important range. The Dauladhar and the Mahabharat range are also prominent ones. This is the picture of Kangra Valley. It can be also known as Kangra Valley. This is the picture of Kullu Valley. This is the picture of relief map of India, where we can see all the major physiographic divisions of India. The part of Himalayas lying between Satluj and Kali rivers is known as Kumaon Himalayas. The Kali and Teesta rivers demarcate the Nepal Himalayas, and the part lying between Teesta and Dihang rivers is known as Assam Himalayas. The Brahmaputra marks the easternmost boundary of the Himalayas. Beyond the Dihang Gorge, the Himalayas bend sharply to the south and spread along the eastern boundary of India. They are known as Purvachal or Eastern Hills and Mountains. The longitudinal valley lying between Lesser Himalaya and the Shivaliks are known as Duns. Dehradun or Dehradun, Kotlidan or Kotlidun, and Patlidan or Patlidun are some of the well-known duns. The Himalayas have been divided on the basis of regions from west to east. These divisions have been demarcated by river valleys. The part of Himalayas lying between Indus and Satluj has been traditionally known as Punjab Himalayas, but it is also known regionally as Kashmir and Himachal Himalaya from west to east respectively. These hills running through the northeastern states are mostly composed of strong sandstones, which are sedimentary rocks. Covered with dense forests, they mostly run as parallel ranges and valleys. The Purvachal comprises the Patkai Hills, the Naga Hills, the Manipur Hills, and the Mizo Hills. This is the picture of Manipur Hills. This is the picture of Mizo Hills. This is the picture of Naga Hills. Next, we are going to see the northern plains. The northern plain has been formed by the interplay of the three major river systems, namely the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra, along with their tributaries. The plain is formed of alluvial soil. The deposition of alluvium in a vast basin lying at the foothills of the Himalaya over millions of years formed this fertile plain. It spreads over an area of 7 lakh square kilometers. The plain being about 2400 km long and 240 to 320 km broad is a densely populated physiographic division. With a rich soil cover combined with adequate water supply and favorable climate, it is agriculturally a productive part of India. In the lower course, due to gentle slope, the velocity of the river decreases, which results in the formation of riverine highlands. The rivers in their lower course split into numerous channels due to the deposition of silt. These channels are known as tributaries. The northern plain is broadly divided into three sections. The western part of the northern plain is referred to as the Punjab Plains, formed by the Indus and its tributaries. The larger part of this plain lies in Pakistan. The Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Beas, and the Satluj, originate in the Himalaya. This section of the plain is dominated by the Doabs. The Ganga plain extends between Gaga and the Teesta river. It is spread over the states of North India, Haryana, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, known as UP, Bihar, partly Jharkhand, and West Bengal to its east. Particularly in Assam lies the Brahmaputra plain. According to the variations in relief features, the northern plain can be divided into four regions. The rivers, after descending from the mountains, deposit pebbles in a narrow belt of about 8 to 16 km in width, lying parallel to the slopes of the Shivaliks. It is known as Babar. All the streams disappear in this Babar belt. South of the belt, the streams and rivers re-emerge and create a wet, swampy and marshy region known as Terai. The forests have been cleared to create agricultural land and to settle migrants from Pakistan after partition. Dudhwa National Park is located in this region. The largest part of the northern plain is formed of older alluvium. It lies above the floodplains of the rivers and presents a terrace-like feature. This part is known as Bangar. The soil in this region contains calcareous deposits, locally known as Kanka. The newer, younger deposits of the floodplains are called Khadar. They are renewed almost every year and so are fertile, thus ideal for intensive agriculture. Thank you, friends. Thank you for watching.